Hey guys, Fusebox back on Raid Shadow Legends. I got in a little bit late today, but I was so ready. It's not like it was a surprise. We're all going to get him. So I was ready to build this guy out. Ultimate Deathknight. He's not maxed out. His gear's not maxed out. Everybody wants to know about that passive. He brings a lot of cool stuff. Like, we can go through his kit really quick. He's got provokes. It's a higher chance on his A1 against legendaries. That's really good. It did come in clutch a few times. He's got a decreased attack on the entire enemy team. That's always good. He actually can fear legendaries, and this is all I have booked, by the way, and one cooldown here, so it takes me a minute to get back to his shield. But he also has a shield and a continuous heal, so he brings some healing support, and this is where it gets good, right? I'm impressed, guys. I'm impressed. We're going to do this quick. We're going to jump right in, but this basically guaranteed chance of completely blocking one hit when someone gets hit with a single target, right? It has to be a single target. It decreases that damage to 0, so Trunda's getting hit. She takes no damage. This champion receives that damage instead, and from what I see, I believe it goes off of his numbers, his defense, his HP, you know, whatever's going into account of mitigating that damage, it is on his gear. So, you know, Trunda could get one shot where he can actually take a hit. We're going to go straight into arena in a minute because I am super impressed with this guy. So the chance decreases to 50% against bosses, so I haven't even done that. We'll do that together. And whenever an enemy gets healed, he heals by 20% of that heal. He's like stealing heals. So if you're up against a team with a bunch of healers, a bunch of stuff going on, he can continuously be healing himself by siphoning that off, really. And even better, it increases everything. If somebody dies and he's still alive, he gets faster, he gets stronger, more HP, more defense. That's probably going to come into play more if you're actually pushing through content. That can help protect your reviver after a couple heroes die, and then that's going to help your reviver pick them back up. He has an aura that I've been using in arena because here's how we're going to test him. We want to know how much does that passive protect. Oh, I do want to look at his masteries. It protects good enough that I decided he needs to soak more damage for me, right? Even if it gets him killed. If it gets my nuker to do their job, then absolutely great. So you notice we're not rolled up. We're not glyphed out. I put a couple of HP or defense glyphs here and there, but no big glyphs. We got a long ways to go. We got a lot of speed we're going to get off these speed boots. I am in a bolster set. I wanted to put him in Guardian. Honest to goodness, I think that's the best set for him. He'll soak up even more damage for your team, and he'll heal by 10% every turn, just like the bolster set or the regeneration set. But these sets make sense. I'm telling you, he is going to want to heal up. He's stealing some heals, but every turn he's going to get heals, and I want him much faster, but we're going to get a lot of speed glyphs. We're going to get speed on our boots. I did push his accuracy to be usable, right? With this, it's just enough against those legendaries to put out a fear every now and then, to put the provoke out. It definitely has come in very clutch. We're not going to push it any higher or crazier right now. I mean, you see the gear we're rolling with. We're only at 55,000 HP, and that isn't a bolster set. You would want more, and he will have more when we get it all rolled up. Pretty weak build. That's what's so impressive. We are at 4,400 defense, and I think we will get some more. He actually he has strong attacks. He actually hits pretty good. No way am I going to build him out for straight damage, but I did want 100% crit rate. He hits pretty hard. Let's at least get something out of it. I'm not going to push the crit damage. I want him to be a tank. So you see where we're at. We're able to land on, you know, we're not going to hit every Siffy with a actual provoke, but we can land some provokes, maybe target that nuker, protect our team. Remember, AoE damage is still just AoE damage. It doesn't do anything to mitigate that unless you put the right masters on him, and that's what we're going to do. I gave him a little extra HP because my build is still pretty weak, and I went over here because he got a lot of buffs. He's got shields, he's got continuous heals as they're wearing off. I want him to speed up, get more turns, heal up, put out his shield, put out his heals. Same thing with debuffs. He's got a lot of debuffs. He's got fears, provokes, decreased attack. All these debuffs are going to help me speed him up as well. Cycle of Magic, I don't have everything booked. Even if I did, he's got a lot of useful abilities. One way or another, he's going to help protect your team. So I just want him using these abilities. They're not overpowered abilities, but the passive is amazing. Lore of Steel, I got an accuracy set, or not an accuracy, a perception set, a little bit of speed, a little bit of accuracy. Why not? Lasting gifts, he does have continuous heals and shields. If they can last, that's great. But I did go down the defense tree. I don't know. Blast proof sounds really good here. A lot of these sound really good here. I went with increasing the amount of healing and shields that he receives. He gets a lot of healing. He's stealing heals, continuous heals all the time. So I just want those to even the set that does help. Resurgent, you'll always go with Resurgent. It's ridiculous. Any enemy that keeps attacking him, he'll start taking less damage. Now, Selfless Defender, this is what I really wanted to get to. Decreases the damage that any ally takes on their first hit by 20% and gives it to him instead. Now, we're risking him getting killed, but I'm telling you, wait till you see this guy go. Alright, and then Bulwark, same thing. Decrease the damage that all allies receive by 5% period, and he will take that damage instead. So we're going to let him soak all the damage we can. Hey, let's get into it. So here's what I have been doing. Like, if you look at some of these teams that he's been fighting, I've been trying to give very little protection. We're not bringing in a bunch of increased defense, and he's in a bolster set, so I'm bringing somebody with a shield set, and that's going to be my Mountain King. We're going to go ahead and take advantage of using a bolster and a shield, right? It's amazing. They combine together. They can't be removed. That means the first couple of rounds we can set up shop without anything going too crazy because we're not running a go first team here. And what we really want is to look for a single target damage dealer. You see, I just did this team doing the same thing, watching Mountain King hit my Trunda in the face, and him just soaking it up. And it obviously went well. But we're looking for the single targets. It's amazing. If you're up against that Rotos, we took out a Rotos a minute ago. Let's just refresh. We got a Mountain King. We might have a Rotos we can test. All right, here we go. This is a nasty Mountain King, and at the same time, we have to deal with the fact that they've got Necret protecting them. They've got somebody just soaking up and healing. We got a monster, right? Vogoth here. They've got Candy, who's going to try to one-shot the entire team, and then they've got the single-target nuke. This is going to be nasty, and we might not win, but we want to see what he can do. So we're not doing all the traditional protection of a team. We're going to use his defense aura. We could actually boost our accuracy and maybe get some provokes off and all that, but we're just going to stick with using his defense aura because it is a decent aura, just to push home all the protection here is coming from him. We do have continuous heals and the cleanse. We're going to need the cleanse. We don't want to get messed up here. We don't get provoked by this Vogoth. So we're going to bring a cleanse that does come with some small heals, a small shield, just like him. Small heals, small shield. And that's it. We've got 2 unprotected nukers once our shield set wears off. So let's get in here and slow it down because we want to watch their Mountain King take a swing at us. When that happens, he'll probably go after Trunda. She'll be the weakest target here. So let's slow it down. We'll just get started, right? We're going to, hopefully, after they take a move, we actually take control of the fight using Mithrala. There you go. Big hit. The damage went here, and it's definitely mitigated. That's a Mountain King. It definitely got mitigated. It took my shield off, to be expected. So he just, it would have looked so much worse on a Trunda, right? She might be gone already. And that probably was the ignored defense hit. I'm sure Mountain King opens up with that. So we do not have a reviver to deal with. Let's just get rid of Necret. He's going to make this team disgusting. I think we can speed it up now. Let's keep it on ×1 because we definitely want to watch this guy. I got to kill this Vogoth. Got to get rid of him. Soaks up with it. Alright, so you see all the little red damage numbers going up. That's him soaking a percentage of the damage off of everybody else. So far, their shield's still holding. Now, we can put up a shield, which will go on top of the shield that we started out with. We can decrease attack. That will help with Candy. We may go that route. Or we could try to provoke one of them right now. Right? They're legendaries. We can provoke either one of them. But this actually can fear legendaries. And these are nukers. They're not going to have high resistance. We have fear on both of them. Their attack is down. It will decrease both of their damage. That's how amazing he is. I mean, we don't have, that's it. That's all you need to see. Let's just hit auto and let this fight go on through because we've got plenty of control out of just Deathknight and Mithrala. She does have the petrification. That's pretty cool. Dude's awesome. He's not rolled up. You saw his numbers. He is weak sauce right now. This is awesome. I love this guy. So let's see what I didn't see a Rotos. So on AoE stuff, the way my masteries are, we'll go into one of these. we can cleanse the stun, we can cleanse the freeze. That's a kind of a weak team, but we're so slow they will get to go on us, so they're probably built to nuke me down. They have a reviver. Let's just let this go full auto without slowing it down and just kind of see what happens. But we want to watch Ultimate Deathknight and watch the damage numbers going on to him when they should be going on everyone else. So here comes our first big hit. He soaks up most of the damage. We did cleanse off all those debuffs. We took out Ninja. We really want to take out well, it worked out fine. It got my nukers around, so you can soak up the first round really easy. Let's see if we can do this without well, I've got him in a bolster set. He's gonna bring that beginning shield no matter what that way. It's a really good set to put on him. I do like Guardian as well. It'll do the same thing. It'll soak up damage on that hit, the initial hit that you have to survive. So there we go. I think dude is awesome, right? You saw him in action. You can slow that down. You can watch those numbers. So the boss, he does that on a 50% on the boss, and these are just not two bosses. He's not high resistance. I did not put resistance on him. He'll still soak damage, not single target. We really don't have the right bosses here. So what do we got in dungeons? The dragon is AoE, AoE. They're all AoE. It's gonna be we're gonna need different bosses. Honestly, we're gonna need different bosses. But what is he gonna do? That's fine. We'll go into Doom Tower. What's he gonna do in waves, right? With the masteries we have on him, he's doing more than just single target attacks. So what do we have here? We've got some AoE and some single target on the stage that I'm about to run. Let's see if we can find like some nasty single target hitters somewhere. Okay, I can't find a perfect team, but right here we've got a lot of damage coming in from Trunda. We've got some good single target damage coming in from Alton and from Sato. The rest is just support. So let me dumb the team down a little bit. I've got so much control, we're not going to get to see a whole lot here. Let's see. Well, we want to debuff. Let's take damage instead of control and let him do the control, because these are legendaries. We're going to get some control out of him. It won't be every single turn. So we can actually come in and just nuke these guys down, which I guess would be all right. We're going to go first and we're going to tear them apart. Let's just see what happens. We want to see what he's doing for the team. We know we can get through this with a million different combinations. So he is right here. If we give them a turn, I should have brought single targets myself. Well, there we go. Look at the fears. He can start throwing out provokes. Their attack is down. So look at us taking damage. He's soaking it up for everybody. Their damage is less because he's already put decreased attack. You get the idea. So we can do this all day. We're not gonna do it. Really, if you need to sturdy up a team, he's great. If you are not worried about sturdying up teams at this point, if you're pushing through Doom Tower, it's really going to be all about Arena, and what he's doing is kind of amazing. Like, it's really definitely fun. Definitely a fun champ. So I don't know, there's just not the team to go against. We'll try one last one that doesn't even make sense. We got an Ethos. Whatever. We got a Kymar going to put us to sleep. But we'll go ahead and just watch him run another arena fight. So far, he's beaten everybody he's come against. I've got some strong damage dealers here, and I've got a strong Mithrala, but she's just a support. Not really a protection type support. She's a cleanser, small heals, small shields, just like he is. I mean, there's just we should get hit here. We're forcing the hit on us because they got the Cardinal team. You know, it's not like it's unbeatable. If you're stressing out about building one, it's a fun team. But look, I mean, just what he's doing for us. It's hard to see the numbers. The numbers don't show up here. It's the damage that he's taking that's so impressive. But you do see the healing. The healing's because he's getting turns. He's using his continuous heals, stealing their heals. I think he's going to be fun. I think he's going to be good. I mean, as far as meta, if you want somebody to protect your team, that's pretty meta, right? I mean, he's going to slot into a lot of teams, like especially like 3v3, where you just need somebody else to keep this team alive. definitely cool because we all got him. So if you don't have like a Kyoku running really fast to protect your team, or some of these amazing heroes that really can soak up damage for you, now you do, right? He's cool. If you watch his little attack, it's pretty awesome. Let's just run him. He sends the little rats off to you. He sends the little rat out. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick. We'll slow it down. Watch his abilities real quick. Let's see here. PC's freezing up. There we go. Slow it down. Look, little rat runs out. Zips all around the place. Gets a weak hit because that's how it goes. Basic slash. Basic slash. I like the rat. Well, I'm definitely going to finish booking him out, and I suggest, I don't know, it depends on where you are. If you're progressing, and that's what you need somebody to make your team strong and control legendary heroes, because he's really good at that. If you need a decreased attack champion, honestly, you don't have to look anymore. This can do the job. He can be your decreased attack champion. He brings that little shield, the continuous heal to keep you alive. Really, 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 really good for progression. And he could be used in arena in a weak build to do some serious stuff. Hey, let me know what you think. What are your plans with him? Because there's going to be a lot of cool things you can do with him. Until next time, enjoy the grind.